Hello. I'm locked out as fuck. I'm gonna lock in, I promise. Maybe I'll lock in. There should be a better way for me to try and monitor this, but I don't really know, so I'll just sit here and refresh till it shows up. Okay. Let's do homework. So, over here, list comprehension, this is this data set. That's not this data set. You can find it. You can find it. Sorry. I'm just procrastinating right now. You can find it over here. Right here. So, let's look at this. So, combine 3 times experience together. Access. Okay. I don't know what this thing wants me to do. I'll just start typing shit, I guess. Smallest n on top. Okay. Well, we titled these with the n values, and that very helpful comment gave us that this is n equals 40. So we have a sample of 40 polls for every, what's the word? Every replicate, and then we get the counts of that. And not a string, type of, not a string. What? I'm gonna do the thing about, and I'm gonna peek at my answers, but oh, what the? Okay, I actually would not know how to modify this. I thought it was saying a title's missing from this one. Let's look at my answers previously. What were my previous answers? Oh, this is from clustering. I did clustering today earlier. I really can't be arsed, and I'm pretty sure the main point of what I'm supposed to do is kind of already done. So let me just look at what's going on here. Yeah, it said success. I don't know what exactly is wrong here. All this is doing is using this, these ampersands, whatever this is. It's just vertically concatenating them. They're not concatenating them. It's just like for display purposes. I have no idea what went wrong. Okay, well, let's look at our main thing here. So this is count of records, and then so this is. I gotta look back up. Sample distribution and sample mean. So this is the counts. Each of these is like, each little item is one mean, and that mean is derived from a sample's mean on population. And this is inference 1, by the way, so we're not doing bootstrapping yet. So we're not trying to resample from one sample. We're just pulling stuff from the population repeatedly. So this is pulling from population repeatedly. So this is with 20 samples, this is 40 samples, and this is the 100 samples. So the mean every time, because basically what this deviance is showing from the center is showing that we got an average and it was a little off. And so if you think about it like flipping a coin a bunch of times, if you flip a coin a few times, versus if you flip a coin 500 times, it's almost always going to end up 50-50. But, you know, if you flip it only like 5 times, you might actually get a huge skew. So let's see. Let's try to answer question 2.8. It's not correct. Becomes narrower. The sampling district. The point estimate. The point estimate in question is a mean. We could be looking for other metrics, but in this case, we just looked for the mean. But we calculate with a sample. But of course, the goal is to describe a population, because our end goal is to describe a population. We just can't get it in the real world. Yes. Oh, okay. It's just okay. Equals. I'm gonna go false on that one. Great. It's like 5 minutes. Great. That's wonderful. You know what? I don't even care anymore. So I read about the bootstrap earlier. I was reading through this textbook. I've been speedrunning this the past few days. As you can see here. We started 4 days ago. And you can see how I knocked out like 5 of them in the first day. And then I just kind of like fell off. Like, look at, I just fell off, bro. Look at this shit. December 12th? What was I doing on December 13th? What? Huh. What was I doing? I was literally doing nothing. Okay. Whatever. That's not the main point. The main point is, let's go back into inference. I want to finish this before 1 a.m. Great. So I already read the textbook. It's like here. This is the textbook. This is actually unique. All of these had 1 chapter per, or 1 worksheet and 1 tutorial pair for each chapter. Inference has 2. So it's a little unique. It's fine. These are all already graded. It doesn't matter. But now yeah. Oops. Okay. I might need this later. Okay. True. Wait. No, we can't get like the 10,000 samples or whatever. It was 1,000 samples. It was 40 or 100 or 20. So you get 20,000, 40,000 or 100,000 rows in your data frame, but you of course group by replicate, and then that gives you your 1,000 samples because because arithmetic. Okay. So what is the steps? So we want to record an observation. Then we want to randomly draw, return it, and then repeat that. What? Randomly draw observation, return it. Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, sorry. We draw, we return. I guess we record. Yeah, right. I guess you wouldn't return it and then record. I mean, that's just semantics at that point. Okay. Bootstrap for point estimate. Oh man. Okay. Okay, it's either A or C because we do replace in a bootstrap distribution. Oh, yeah, this is what we kind of did in inference 1. This is what we're doing in inference 2. Okay, we want to put a plausible range for the true population quantity we want to estimate, along with the point estimate. Well, A is true. B is also true. I don't see that as an option on here. Ooh, C is true. This is expected even if we do the first thing above. So I'm going off of vibes, bro. Fuck! Okay. Is it E? It's not E. Okay. So, simulate a population. I don't know why UBC SysG is so slow. It felt slower than the data set 100 student Python. I don't know, just whatever. It just feels a lot slower. But maybe it's just because, I don't know, I'm a little biased. Great, so there's a distribution. Estimate mean age of Canadian seniors. Unless you're interested in estimating the mean age of Canadian seniors, given that we have a population. We created it, we could just calculate the mean age of the population from a smaller sample, from the population. Different random samples give different point estimates. We also from experiments the point depend from estimates from different random samples. Yes, will be mostly be close to the true population. What in real life, with only one sample, how can we say how close? There's a positive range of avoiding the population. Fall. Yes, bootstrapping. Let's explore how to create a bootstrapping distribution from a single sample using Python and discuss how we use the bootstrap distribution. Discuss how the bootstrap distribution relates to the sample distribution. And it can tell us about the true population quantity we can estimate. Okay, nice. So here's our sample. And let's visualize it. Thanks for visualizing it for me. Okay. Calculate the mean age from the random sample you took. One sample age. Am I doing this wrong? I feel like I'm doing this wrong. What the fuck? Tuple index out of shape. I don't think I was meant to do that. I don't think I was meant to do that. Well, I don't even need to do that. There's only one thing. I'll just leave it. That's what they wanted me to do. Okay, so we have boot 1 is equal to use a sample method. So previously we had sample with like n equals whatever amount, but now we have frac equals 1, and then we'll set replace equals true. So this is gonna be one sample dot sample frac equals 1, replace equals true, and then random state equals, what is that, 4321. Okay. Nice. And we should see a repeating value somewhere around here, right? Potentially? Yeah, we see a repeated value. Because again, we're taking this list, we're drawing a straw, we're writing it down, we're putting it back in. And if we made this false, we would just get the exact same data frame out as this. Just trust me on this. Just trust me, bro. Just trust me, bro. I take it off of faith from the textbook. Original sample with replacement, yeah. Intuitively, it seems kind of weird, but I don't know. I trust the process. Everything I've done at university has been based off of faith. Okay. And this is now entering the manual labor portion of this worksheet. Sort of. As manual labor as it gets. Me when I'm on some bullshit and I genuinely hit a flow state. Okay. Do we need to give it a title? This is just one bootstrap sample. And if you sum these up, there's like 40 of these fuckers, right? However big our sample is. How big is our sample again? 40. I will just take it off of faith that this is 40. Okay. So this is our distribution of one sample. And this is our first bootstrap sample. Great. Whoa. Whoa. Did we just get lucky though? Did we just get lucky? I don't know. The original sample distribution of the original sample simpler shape but not identical. They also have different means. It's pretty close. Difference of the frequency of the difference of the frequency of the values in the bootstrap sample and the difference of the value of the mean, like their gaps, comes from the sampling the original sample without replacement. So resampling the original sample with replacement. Why sample replacement? If we didn't, we would end up with the original sample again. What we're trying to do with bootstrapping is mimic drawing. We're trying to mimic drawing another sample from the population without actually doing that. Why are we doing this? As I mentioned earlier, we have only one sample with kind of sample distribution. The key to tell us how we make certain point estimates behave with our sample. What we can do instead of use our sample as estimation population, sample that with replacement, as in bootstrapping, many times and create many bootstrap samples. We can then calculate point estimates for each bootstrap sample and create a bootstrap distribution of point estimates and use as a proxy for a sampling distribution, which we did in inference 1. Which is to keep drawing from the population, which means going out and finding 40 seniors, and then finding 40 seniors, and then finding 40 seniors 10,000 times, which we can finally use this bootstrap distribution of our point estimates to suggest how I expect our point estimates to behave to another sample. I guess. I suppose. I don't know. I'll take your word for it. Okay. Oh, here we go. This is the list comprehension. So the list comprehension has this sum operation for n in range 6. And then we're going to start with a pd.concat. We're going to fan this out. We're going to fan this guy out. We're going to fan this guy out. And we're going to fan you out. And eventually, I'm going to go... this is going to be one sample, dot sample, frac equals 1, replace equals true. And then we're going to go dot assign. And we're assigning this to... What the fuck are we actually assigning this to? I don't actually know what we're assigning this to. Because you don't want to overwrite one sample, do you? Wait. That might actually be an error. That might actually be an error. Whatever. We'll just continue with it. Replicate equals n. So that one's the name of 6 bootstrap samples drawn from the original sample driven population 1 sample. I think I fucked up, dude. Never mind, we're good. We're good. And then if we take 240 divided by, what the fuck, 240 over 40, that's 6 samples. Nice. They don't ask us to group by yet. Okay. We don't have to group by. We instead can facet the final frame. Thank you for this scaffolding. However, as a person who wants to do well on this final exam, I'm going to write it up by hand. What if I was a monkey type goat? I'm not, but what if I was though? Let's see. Let's go my reference. Okay, let's go dot properties, and then we're gonna go, what is this, width? Height equals 100. We're gonna go dot facet. We're gonna facet on replicate. And we're gonna go, I don't know what this is. Oh, let's go columns equals 1. Oh, I'm done. Ta-da! So, okay, yeah, I suspected as such. The title was dropped. That's fine. I think a facet chart object is different from a regular chart object. Yeah, it's a facet chart, so it's like not the same. So it's gonna have like weird properties. But yeah, we have our replicates, so that's good. I don't know what we're gonna do with that though. Okay. Boot 6 means equals boot 6 dot group by. We're gonna group by replicate and dot mean. Wait, what? There's a column called mean age. Huh. I don't... Wait, what? I think there's a name parameter you can use, right? Somewhere here. Maybe this is what they wanted? Can you use the name parameter? I'm not actually sure what it wants me to do here. But I guess. What did I forget? Oh, right. Oh, okay, that's what it wanted. Listen, this is so formulaic at this point. I'm like low-key ignoring the instructions, bro. Like I did this like about an hour ago with inference 1. Okay, you actually want it to be named mean. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm downloading from worksheets that are like 2 years old, and it's like a different repo than the one for my current dsci class. So that might be some discrepancies there, but I'll be honest, man. The instructional materials is a little rough around the edges, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, so we're doing the list comprehensions. We're doing concat, and this defaults to default concat vertically, or like, you know, something like that. And then we're gonna have this, and we're gonna have one sample dot sample. And we're gonna have frac equals 1, replace equals true. This is what makes it a bootstrap distribution, or a bootstrap sample. I mean, sorry, we're not having a distribution of it yet. Dot assign. I don't know how this assign thing works. It's magic. Replicate equals n, and then this is for n in range 1,000. Well, 1,000 samples. And seed's already set, so we have 1,000 bootstrap samples. We want to get the 1,000 samples from a pop from the original sample. Great. Okay. So we take boot 1,000. Again, you can see how formulaic this is, but excuse me. We're grouping by replicate. We're gonna call dot mean. Then we're gonna go dot reset index. And they want me to rename the fucker. So we're gonna rename it. Use a dictionary. It's called age, the other column. It's called age. So we're gonna change it to mean age. And I forgot my assignment operator. Or even the thing to assign it to, if I'm being honest. So, great. We have all these means. Wonderful. 1,000 of them, actually. Great. Wonderful. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking blow my shit off smooth. Okay. I've been doing this the past, like, hour. The thing is, I go between this and then doom scrolling. And then doing more of this. Which is really stupid, because if I just stopped doom scrolling, I could, like, just do this all in one shot. And it's like, chill. Like, I'm just typing. I don't even know what the fuck I'm writing, bro. When I'm bullshitting and I genuinely hit a fucking flow state, dude. Or some shit like that. Boot 1,000 means... Huh. I don't know, man. What am I doing wrong, bro? What even is the field supposed to mean, bro? Dude, what the fuck is this? It's not particularly useful. What did I do previously? Mark bar in code. Mark bar in code. Mean age bin. Huh? The variable should be reassigned. So, should be reassigned. So, this is the version it holds as the real version of boot sdist, and it still says it's wrong. Yeah, this is what I mean, bro. This I probably shouldn't have gotten the worksheets from 2 years ago. There's some like jank, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, bro. There's some like low-key some jank going on, bro. Uh-oh. Okay. Sampling distribution mean, but they follow a similar shape, which is our main goal. 73.9. Okay, yeah. So it's centered around the samples, because we derived all of this from this sample of 40. Yeah, we wouldn't know that value. False. Well, more like we can't know. There's no way to guarantee that. You get lucky, but you get lucky with a lot of things. You could. The mean of the distribution is not the same value. The mean of the bootstrap distribution is not the same value as the mean of the sampling distribution because the bootstrap distribution was created from samples drawn from a single sample, whereas the sample distribution was created from samples drawn from the population. True or false? We have a sampling distribution? Oh, they just made a sampling distribution. Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, of course. What the yeah, duh, it's right there. They made it for us, right? Yeah, because they generate they have a thing. They sample a bunch of times from the population. Okay, yeah. Okay, so the mean is not the same value as the mean of the I mean, I guess. Wait, why the fuck did I put true if false if I agree with it? No, I don't think so. The whole point of this is we wanted to match the shape and spread. We want to simulate, we want to replicate the idea or simulate the idea of drawing from the population again and again. And I guess there's some voodoo magic that lets that happen. I don't know. I'm not a mathematician. I don't fucking know. Okay. Behave. Well, the mean would be centered elsewhere, most likely. Right? As we see over here, it would center elsewhere, most likely. But it behaves... I'm gonna go with true, but I don't know. Okay. I don't know what they mean by the word behave. I'm gonna not worry about it. Okay. Once we create a bootstrap distribution, we can suggest a plausible range where we might expect the true population quantity to lie. One formal name for a commonly used possible range is a confidence interval. Always use the quantile method, I think. Confidence intervals can be set at different value levels. 5. Formally, we were saying that we repeat this process of building confidence intervals with more times more samples. We expect 95% of them to contain the value of the population quantity. What? When we put a point estimate with a 95% confidence interval, we repeat this process of building confidence. I think I'm just going to stick with the visualization they have at the bottom. They have a pretty good visualization down here, I think. It's like this, right? One of these. We expect a next point estimate to be somewhere in the middle of here. And a point estimate is one value. So it'd be somewhere in here. Is that what they mean? Contain the value of the population quantity. What the fuck is the population quantity? Okay, whatever, man. I don't think this is that deep, but they'll probably, they might, this is definitely testable. They're probably, you know what? Not only is this probably testable, this is probably going to be tested because it's the most recent thing we learned. It's past midterm. So I should probably double, triple check this one. We'll put a pin in that. because wait, each item on this histogram, like each little thing that's plopped in, is a sample mean. So we took this one sample, we bootstrap, repeat, resampled, over and over and over again, and that's what the mean it gets. So what we're saying with this quantile thing is that 95% of those will land within this range. And in this case, our point estimate is a mean value from a resample. I don't know what the actual word for it is, but it's something like that. I'm gonna guess that's the case. If it's not the case, oh boy, I gotta put this shit in ChatGPT, bro. I think my question is malformed, bro. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Oh, is this the thing where they were like, we want to replicate the idea of just drawing from the population repeatedly? Because we start with a more grounded one, which is the repeatedly sampling from a population, an inference one, or the first half of this. I don't think I get it, bro. Okay, I think this is starting to lead me off track and not very useful for the purposes of Data Science 100. It's gonna be Stats Quest, isn't it? Yeah, fucking it, of course. Hey, good fucking channel. Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna worry about that. No, of course not. That would be not the case. You just look at the word all and every, and then you can just immediately assume no. Okay, how do we do in our speed run? Speed run time. 40 minutes. Nice. We'll take it. Let's see. Probably delete that. Okay. We can probably close these guys. I want to keep you. Oh, I'm gonna actually want to keep these guys around. Yeah, we can. I'll do this tomorrow. Okay, I should go to bed. Goodbye. I'm glad I locked in and didn't push this till 1 a.m. I probably would have.